What the crap is up, yo? We are back, baby. And still streaming on StreamYard, but my computer's fucking cooperating. So there we have it. What if I do that? Maybe that'll help. Anywho, what's happening, y'all? How we doing? Welcome to the Wednesday night stream here in the basement. We have a fuck ton of leaks. Sony has a problem. Sony has a big problem. We're going to talk about it. And of course, since the leaks are already out there, we'll talk about them too. So guess what, chat? It is that time. Fill your cup and light your smoke. And I need a new fucking mixer, because, side note. But yeah, outside of that, it's time to get nerdy. Well. What's happening? How we all doing tonight? Check out my new shirt. You dig that shit? Got me a Snyderverse Superman shirt. Whoop, whoop. Let me tell you, now that I'm listening to what is coming through this mixer in my headphones, I need a new fucking mixer. Holy shit. This is a Shure. It should not sound like this. So I know the problem is the mixer. Someone buy me a fucking mixer. Anyway, how we all doing? You guys doing good? Everything going okay for everybody? Wi-Fi went out. Had to go to the office. Oh, that sucks balls. Now, you normally get to work from home? I'm jealous. Fucking quite jealous. Almost done with Doom Eternal. Nice. Gonna finish the last mission tonight. Sick. I am gonna stream. That's what I'm doing tonight. That is what I'm doing tonight. I'm streaming. And then I'll probably, consume some Giggle Bush and I don't know, fucking watch something while I'm doing it. I've been watching Comedy Central roasts lately while imbibing the sweet leaf, as it were. Yeah. But yeah, so this is 2 streams in a row where my computer's cooperated. And I don't know if it's the entire problem. Actually, it's probably a symptom of the real problem, but this is the 2nd stream in a row where I have not used Streamlabs, and it's fucking working. So now I don't think Streamlabs, the program, is the problem, like the underlying problem. It is creating problems, the top layer problems, but the real problem is underneath the Streamlabs, I'm thinking. And I feel like it's either a processing problem, a memory problem, or maybe fucking both. So I am still shopping for a new computer. I need more power. I'm like fucking Tim Allen in the 90s. More power. That's me right now with my fucking computer. But as we can see, it is at least still serviceable. So just like I do with my cars, I'm gonna ride this bitch till the wheels fall off. Basically, is what that boils down to. That's what that boils down to. So how you guys doing, Brit? Or Briz, I should say. Rewatching Spider Noir. Color tone is noticeably different. Not better or worse, just different. Yeah, I do need to go back and recheck that show out in the true hue. And they call it that, and I know we've talked about this before, because it's not like when they, nowadays normally film something in color. They did the color on that to make it literally resemble like when in the 80s and 70s and 80s they started grabbing all the old black and white movies from 30s, 40s, and 50s and colorizing them just for fun. And it would, it'd be in color, but it looked just a little bit off because it wasn't actually filmed in color. That was what they wholly did. That's the color they tried to create for Spider Noir when they called it True Hue. Spending $2,500 on the AC in my car. Jesus. I mean, you are in Arizona now, so going without AC is almost tantamount to suicide. Yeah, that I can see how that would be an issue. But damn, 2,500. Well, you got to replace the entire fucking compressor and every damn thing. I mean, I know labor at car repair shops is ridiculous, but still. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of cheddar. That's a ton of ducats. Take your pick. Like, seriously, is this how bad my mic sounds on the other end? Because I'm actually a little upset now. I didn't realize it was this bad. I probably should have, because a lot of good streamers will watch their shit back and take notes and try and figure out how they can improve their cadence and keep the pace up and keep people interested. But do I do that? No. Which is why I didn't realize the extent of how I sound. Sorry. Sorry. Is that why everyone's fucking leaving? I had like 5 people in this bitch. Now there's 2. What the fuck is happening? What did I do? Is it because I'm wearing the Sniper Superman? Or is it because my mic sounds like shit? Probably a little bit of both. Probably more the mic. Ooh, 2 small wins in a row. I'll take it though. A win's a win. Like Dominic Toretto said, doesn't matter if it's by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning. Oh, you were on 2 devices at first? We'll go back to it. Nah. I'm just happy you have me even on 1 device. Like, real talk though. I'm on my phone. I'm on my other channel watching. Like, I'm signed into my other channel. One of my views is always technically me. So if I'm streaming and someone happens to roll by, sees only 1 viewer, that's not somebody else. That's me. Yeah, well, that's all right. At least I'm always guaranteed 1 viewer. I can tell maybe having the music on in my headphones right over it might be a mistake. When a fat beat drops, or a fun one, like this one isn't so fat, but it's fun. See? Okay. That's enough of that. No one wants to see that shit. Saying off. What's the leaks? Well, get to it. Have patience, good sir. We will get to it. Also, thanks for popping in. Appreciate you. Thank all of you. Whether you're here live or was kind enough to click on the replay, thank you very, very much. I appreciate you a great deal. So I'm going to need everyone to hit the like everyone. And if you happen to be new here, again, welcome. Appreciate you for clicking. I'm going to also need you to hit the subscribe and the bell. If you're new. If you already subbed, then of course, love you. Executive Judge, why so early? Because it's a weeknight, motherfucker. I always go at 9 o'clock on Wednesdays. I got to get up and go to work in the morning. That's why we go at 9 on Wednesday. So I'm not too excessively tired tomorrow at work. Yeah. Either that or if I went to 10 like I did on Saturdays, I would literally have to have a hard cutoff at 2 hours. Just whoosh. Next week, get some brand new. Yeah, 1 week from today is the plan, actually, when tickets go on sale. So, and I don't want to do a hard cutoff. Like, if I want to take my time on a subject, then I want to fucking take my time on a subject. If I only have a 2-hour stream, then fine. If that's the way the cookie crumbles, that's it is what it is. But I know there's a lot of YouTubers out there who have like hard cutoffs for their stream. Like some won't go past an hour and a half, some won't go past 2 hours. I'm like, I'm not limiting myself, at least not that much. They don't plan on going to the Prime screening? Fuck Prime. I mean, Amazon's too convenient, and there's so much good shit to watch on Prime Video, but also, fuck Amazon and Prime. By the way, if any of you are on Twitter, first of all, you need to go follow me. There on the TwitX. But as I was saying, Amazon and Prime can fucking suck all of my dick and tongue my crusty taint, because they promised us a Stargate show and then they motherfucking canceled. Yes, follow Nate as well. And then they canceled it on us. So if you're on Twitter, first follow me, and second of all, at Amazon MGM Studios and at Prime Video. God damn it. And hit them with that fucking hashtag. Like, we started a blitz on Twitter today. I loaded my timeline up with Stargate shit. So at Amazon Prime Video, or at Amazon MGM Studio, at Prime Video, hit them with that hashtag. And anytime you see anyone else, like, I'm reposting all the shit I see with that on it. So if I repost it, you repost it. If it's my own tweet, repost it. We want fucking Amazon to feel the pressure. Give us our goddamn show back, motherfuckers. Me too. That's why I was excited when Amazon announced it, and then they fucking changed their minds this week. Or was it late last? It was either late last week or no, it was late last week, because I already bitched about this on Saturday. And Daniel Jackson is awesome. I love Teal'c though too. Christopher Judge is the shit. And then it's funny. I just realized Richard Dean Anderson is RDA, Robert Downey Jr. is RDJ, and they both lead their fucking franchises. RDA and RDJ. Whoop whoop. Yeah, the film's pretty good. The show is like really good. It was pretty damn big for a hot minute, and it kind of fizzled. Like, the first main show lasted 10 seasons. The first spinoff lasted 5. The second spinoff only lasted 2. And then we haven't gotten shit since that last spinoff. Well, some straight-to-DVD movies that they decided to put out. A couple, 3 of those. But it hasn't been nothing for a long, long time. And then Amazon, when they bought MGM, they're like, oh no, this is on the list of stuff we're going to fuck with. And then they announced late last year, yeah, we're fine. We're doing it. They were hemming and hawing between movie and TV show. Then they finally landed, we're going to do a TV show. And then they just canceled it. So I'm not going to stop giving them like money, because Prime's just too goddamn convenient. Yeah, I have very, I take half stands. I'll be like, fuck you, but if you make my life easier also, then damn it. I'll deal. I mean, you don't instantly end any relationship for like a fuck up here and there. So, besides, even if I didn't want to give Amazon money, Mrs. Chillin would still give Amazon money. Because that fucking free shipping is just way too awesome. Like, I'm gonna be honest. And Prime Video has like Invincible and stuff. And Vox Machina, which I got to get caught up on before the 4th season drops. Unless it's already dropped. In which case, then I'm really fucking behind because I've only watched the 1st season. But yeah, well, they canceled it like SGU, Spicy Dan. They just kind of canceled it without allowing them to get to a resolution, unfortunately. Yep. So, yeah. So tonight, like, again, the primary subject is going to be the leaks we have, and we're going to talk about if it's now to the level where it's a fucking problem. I mean, Sony has a problem. We'll talk about that, too. But, yeah, that's the main subject, but I decided I left a few things bookmarked that I didn't want to get into Saturday because what we were talking about was taking for goddamn ever. Figure we can get to them real quick because we can't talk about spoilers all goddamn night. I mean, we could, but hold on a second. I got to do one thing real quick. Oops. Do. Boop. There we go. Yeah. All right. So you guys got anything else you want to chit chat about real quick, or shall we get into this shizzle? Shall we get into this shizzle? What do you guys think? Evil Tony the Tiger. Watch out for those insane leaks. You don't want your channel struck like Josh. Oh yeah, no. I don't show those kinds of leaks. I will show descriptions of them that people have typed out in words, but yeah, I ain't trying to get fucking DMCA'd. Josh has an extra step. Like, they will let us stream. They'll leave a stream up, but they'll just demonetize that shit. I don't have a monetized channel. They'll just fucking done. Or they'll send me a message, hey, you got a problem here, and here. Would you like us to edit that shit out for you? Yes. And then I have a jank stream. So yeah, I try not to fucks around with that. Like, I don't fucks around with leaks like that. At least not like in visual form. In prose, yes. Also, really the only company whose trailers I can freely show is, oddly enough, Disney. Amazon's a bunch of dicks. Sony's a bunch of, well, Sony ain't too bad. But Amazon's a bunch of dicks, not just for Stargate. They're dicks when it comes to people breaking down their trailers and reacting to them and shit. And Warner Brothers is a bunch of dicks. If Universal ever put out a movie I wanted to fucking show a trailer for, then I'd find out if they're dicks too. But oddly enough, Disney I don't have too many problems. I don't have problems with. If I want to watch a trailer from them, no problem. If I want to break a trailer down from them, no problem. Them other two, though, they assholes about this shit. So yeah, I actually am most of the time pretty careful. I thought I got away with watching the Breaking Down the Lanterns trailer, but I let something play too long, and they fucking were like, "You need to get this shit out of here. Want us to do it? Yes." So, but I appreciate I appreciate your concern, Evil Tony the Tiger. Thank you. By the way, are you a subscriber? Did you hit like? If you've done neither, you need to do both. If you've already subbed, you still need to hit the like. Please and thank you. All right. Damn, we've been yapping for almost fucking half an hour already. Hell yeah. Do I think Eli survived? What the fuck? Wait, are you talking to me? Spicy Dan? Sony probably stuck Josh because they're pissed off and want Unity or a refund. That is kind of funny. Although, like, honestly, though, I am not concerned. I know we will get either one or the other, but I'm pretty sure we'll get Unity eventually. I think it just boils down to Josh didn't understand everything that's involved in starting a comic book from scratch and coordinating the team and all that shit. It is my opinion that he let his enthusiasm get the best of him and got way in over his head and has been having to dig his way out for what, year and a half or so now? So I'm pretty sure he'll get there. I'm also pretty sure he learned a great many lessons. At least one would hope. Why is that so loose? Pause. Cool. What the heck, Streamlabs? What, do you lose it? Oh, Streamlabs is treating you like they normally treat me. See, that's what I don't fucking understand. I'm not using Streamlabs to send the stream to YouTube. Like, I don't even have it pulled up. Like, it's not activated. Nothing. How are the commands still working? Because I'm on StreamYard right now. Like, I'm streaming straight through the browser, not through a program, not through the desktop. So I don't understand how the Streamlabs commercials are still commands are still working. But you know what? I don't mind that the gambling is still working because that's fun for us all. Unless it like makes us lose like 8 rolls in a row, and then that's less fun. But yeah. Although god damn it. Well, now it's back to treat me like shit. Okay. Now StreamYard does have one little advantage over Streamlabs is I can't do this on Streamlabs. If I want to show a comment and highlight it, I can't do that on Streamlabs. Got to be on StreamYard for that. Either that or Streamlabs can do that. They charge your ass for it. Yep. All right. Isn't this nice and colorful? I didn't pick it because it's colorful. I picked it for what's in it. I actually don't mind though. It's like oh well, it's something or other sorbet, which is why it's this color. This is very sorbet colors. Don't believe me? Go to the frozen section at your fucking local grocery store. They got orange sorbet, they got green sorbet, they got yellow sorbet. Just makes sense. All right, chat. Let's blow through some of this shit that's left over from last weekend. Not a whole lot, and then we can. Excuse me. Then we can get into the heavy shit, the good shit, the hard shit. However you want to fucking call it. All right. Oh yeah, that's right. Do this extra shit. Yeah, that one. There we go. Oh, just that one. Okay. Boop. First up, the first look, because we were going to talk about it Saturday, but there was just It was a little trivial and got a whole week's shit to catch up on. So, but yeah, look, it's the new battle armor or war suit, whatever you want to fucking call it, for Lex Luthor and Man of Tomorrow. There, that's better. It looks like Green Goblin designed Buzz Lightyear's armor. That's what I think. I will say this though, it's a better first impression of a suit than Superman's was. At least this doesn't have big red moon boots. But yeah, not great. It's not like horrible. But, first time I saw it, my brain went to infinity and beyond. Yeah, that was literally my first reaction upon seeing this shit. So, I mean, I've seen plenty of worse things, but it's not it's not hot garbage, but it is also definitely not awesome, which is a bit of a weakness. Why can't I see the rest of it? Where'd everything go? Why did that happen? Why can't I see that shit? Or where's all my little options? I just wanted to switch back to the. Okay, do I have to? Let's get. I don't want to remove it. Back. What? No. Hold on. Now I gotta fuck with something, Jack. This thing did something weird. Oh. Yeah. Why can't I? Where's all the rest of my fucking options? Like, I don't want to get rid of this shit. But I want to go back to the thing. Do I really have to put prevent every damn time? Why are you? This is not how this worked the last time I used it. What the fuck is happening here? Oh well. Smudge, you're blocking my screen, dog. Get out of my way. Thank you. All right. Well, anyway. So that's that. Not really a lot to talk about except to be like, James's costume designer was way too inspired by Buzz Lightyear. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, but don't need to spend a lot of time on it. What do you guys think? Anything? Any opinions on that shizzle you want to offer? Or? And we have a little more tidbit that Man of Tomorrow will be set 2 years after the events of Superman. So they're basically keeping up with real time. Is there a bug, buddy? S. Morgan 2303. Trump is still your president. Technically, that is true. But since I'm a nerd, I'm a firm believer in headcanon. And my headcanon is that Cheeto-dusted, monomaniacal, narcissistic, demented buffoon isn't. Yeah. But thanks for stopping by. Make sure you hit the like. I have serious TDS. No, I have serious acknowledgement of the facts, but Trump derangement syndrome is accurate in somewhat in the fact that Trump is literally fucking deranged. Killing it with that Iran situation. Fucking killing it. Oh, by the way, Iran closed the Strait of Hormuz again today. Because, the art of the deal. Why am I so triggered by Trump? Because idiocy pisses me off. Racism pisses me off. Sexual assault pisses me off. And he's guilty of all of the above. So, yeah, assholes trigger me. And that man is a massive, self-propelled or orange-dusted brown eye. Did Trump call me a word? Not personally. I'm sure he would if I spoke with him. It's all right, I got words for him, too. You voted for that fucker 3 times? See, you should have listened to me. Actually, you didn't know me then, so you couldn't have. You get a pass. Why do words make me unhinged? Stupidity makes me unhinged. Rampant, unfettered stupidity makes me unhinged. You want to know why stupidity makes me unhinged? Stupidity in general just pisses me off because statistically, in a room of branded, why did I pay more for gas under Biden? I didn't. No, the highest gas prices I've paid in the last 6 years are this year. Yep. Consumer sentiment is at its lowest in 3 years, which, by the way, is the last year and chunk is Trump's. So if he sets the record, that's all him. But I don't know why I'm bothering with you. You motherfuckers don't even believe in facts. Because if you believed in facts, then you wouldn't have voted for that dickbag. So I lie to cope? What am I? Dude, I'm not lying about a damn thing. The liar is that saggy piece of shit in Washington, D.C. Let's see. I'm going to release all the Epstein files. Nope. I'm going to release all the alien files. Nope. I'm going to end the war with Iran. Nope. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not, because morons trigger me. And morons that vote for morons trigger me. Idiocy triggers me. Because statistically, in a room of 100 random people in it, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but facts are facts, I'm going to be smarter than 89 or 90 of them, statistically. Think he was elected just to make me mad? That would be the absolute stupidest reason to elect anybody ever. Which, considering what most of MAGA is, then that makes sense as to why he got elected. Dumb fucks elected dumb fuck. Not all of MAGA is a bunch of dumb fucks. There are smart people in there that voted on single issues or maybe two. But yeah, vast majority of MAGA is dumb fucks. No, I skipped 2016 because both he and Hillary were a fucking joke, and I refused to vote for either of them. And then I didn't want him back in office again, so I voted for Biden in 20. And I voted for Kamala this year. They didn't lie about alien files. They haven't released all of what they have. They're dropping unimportant chunks that really isn't too much new information. You don't even have receipts that you voted. I have a picture with my I voted sticker on it. It's not like they let you keep a copy of the ballot. Are you really that fucking dumb? Actually, never mind. You voted for Trump. And still haven't seen the light. Now, a lot of people, there's the people that have seen the light over the last year or so are growing, and I respect those people. But the ones that are still fucking being his cucks, nope. And you're a total cuck. I just did. Nobody in 16, Biden in 20, Kamala in 24. I mean, can you offer proof of who you voted for in the last 3 elections? No, because nobody can. We don't have access to our ballots. I vote in person, thank you. Yeah, the Kamala thing was not run well at all. But I would have voted for the pile of Triceratops poop from Jurassic Park before I would have voted for Trump. I would vote for a telephone pole. It would do a better job. It's smarter. Ease up, hose down. I agree with that. If you got more super chats, you can get them tax free. Yeah, until 2027. You didn't read that bill, did you? That shit's only good for 2 years or 3. I think it's timed out to dissipate as soon as he's out of office. But, again, you guys are allergic to facts. And I'm over you. Bye-bye. All right. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Man of Tomorrow. Set 2 years from the events of Superman. Gunn is keeping up with real time. I mean, the MCU is kind of tracks along real time, but they're, 5 years ahead of us, a la the blip. Too slow, Brooke. Too slow. Now, the other guy just dropped one comment, so, yeah, G's up, hose down. He's just dropped the one. He gets a few more chances. Hopefully we see an improvement to Lex Luthor's armor. I mean, that'd be nice. That's the joy of post-production. What we see in set photos and shit can be cleaned up nicely in post. Oh, shit. Why is that on that? I just realized I was dropping triples of me on you guys. I thought I had X still up. There we go. That's better. I'm such a dummy. I'm a dummy sometimes. See, that's the I have lapses. So, yeah. Yeah, I think it'll probably get cleaned up some in post, I would imagine. Yeah, they're probably, yeah. I'll bet, you know what, Nate? I'll bet you're right. I'll bet they're going to, obviously, they're going to use this practical suit. But depending on what they need to do, they'll probably put him in mocap and then CGI that shit over him. I agree with that assessment, sir. Dropping my cup. Drop my cup. So, anywho, that's a quick little tidbit there. Keeping up in real time. Or at least keeping up with actual time spans. I don't know. Was Superman literally set in 2025? I don't think they were that specific. So. But anyway, so that's kind of cool. And yet another piece of evidence towards my assertion that Gunn can try to not do things Marvel's way all he wants. He's going to come back to the Marvel way because they wrote the blueprint on a shared universe. It's how it's done. Don't know what else to tell you. Don't know what else to tell you. Question for you guys. Are you guys interested enough in Starfighter for plot leaks on that? Because if you're not, then I will move right on to the next thing. But I have a whole thread from a Twitter person called Fives Walker. I get the name. And I've seen other people I trust online, specifically Charles Murphy, vouch for this person. So I'm like, okay, I'll follow him. Star Wars Theory made a video on Starfighter. I'm sure he did. Yes, it does. So Nate says, eh. All right, so that's one vote, kind of, sort of. That's not 100% accurate. You know, let's just blow through it real quick. Since there have been no hard no's. Watch my viewer count disappear. All right, we're going to blow through this shit. So it starts with, as for that certain someone, talking about the kid, The rumors are true. His mother, played by Amy Adams of Lois Lane not doing it well fame, is force sensitive, and so is he. At the beginning of the film, she is killed, but in her dying moments gives her son her lightsaber and tells him to go find his uncle, who he's never met. Wait, where the fuck? The bookmark it. Where's the rest of it? You motherfucker. Where's the rest of the thread? There was like 6 of these motherfuckers. Alright, hold on. It's pissing me off. Okay, hold on. Oh, no, here they all are in order. You motherfucker. I misread it, so that's my own fault. All right, here we go. Boom. All right, so, to begin again, as for that certain someone, the kid, the rumors are true. His mother, Amy Adams, is force sensitive, and so is he. I did see it. Yeah, I didn't actually post a specific review of it. I haven't even really talked about it because I just saw it on Sunday. So I didn't talk about it. So I couldn't talk about it on Saturday. So let me get through this, and then we can talk about Mando further. Okay? I will circle back. I promise. All right. Okay. So at the beginning of the film, Mom is unalive, but in her dying moments, gives her son her lightsaber and tells him to go find his uncle, who he's never met. Played by Ryan Gosling. The kid is pretty smart and manages to get off-world, finding his uncle in a cantina. Well, hopefully the way he gets off-world is not in someone's overcoat. If you know, you know. Or under someone's overcoat. If you know, you know. Finding his uncle in a cantina. No. Always got to have a cantina, don't you? I don't mind that, though. Bring on the cantinas. A washed-up pilot and war hero haunted by ghosts of his past. Wow, we've never seen that trope before. They're gonna have to do well with that. The two don't exactly get along at first, but in classic Star Wars fashion, I think you can imagine how it's going to go. That ain't just classic Star Wars fashion. That's a lot of stories do that kind of shit in them. It's just how well it's done. Here we go. Mia Goth will be playing a force-sensitive lightsaber-using character. She'll be working for a warlord / arms dealer, that's Matt Smith, who is infamous across the galaxy, and yes, she is on the hunt for Ryan Gosling's nephew. There have been various rumors saying she is a Sith cultist. Those are false. I would describe her more of a mercenary. Think of Balin and Shin. Okay, that makes sense. While she has ties to Matt Smith's character, she has her own agenda and plans. Ooh. Plans that might involve training a certain someone. Ooh. I don't care about fucking code name. Ninth Jedi anime series will have a total of 8 episodes. Oh, that's cool. Just like Y. Kimberg. Oh, I 100% agree with that. Okay, so yeah, that's the basics on that one. What do you guys think? Got a few well-used tropes, but you can't really bitch about that because when they're done right, those well-used tropes fucking work. It doesn't sound too bad. Notice how he didn't go anywhere near the ending that we may or may not despise depending on how we feel about certain characters. Yeah. So setting aside the potential for them to piss us off with the end of the movie, How do you guys feel about it? It all leads to Ray. Yeah. Yeah. Dave really needs to call Simon Kimberg into his office and be like, now look here, do you want to make a trilogy for us? Yes. Well, then you're going to have to take whatever idea you had for Ray movies and fucking scrap it because we are now doing badass Luke Skywalker era stories. We're going to adapt some E motherfucking U. And if you don't want to adapt some E motherfucking U, don't let the dough hit you where the good Lord split you. I'm going to give it a chance too, Brooke, but you know, if it's really, really good up until that potential ending, then that's what I will say. I'll be like, this movie was pretty good, and then they fucked it all up by sticking Ray in it. That would be about how that would go if that, you know, if that is the case. Like, all of that has to be true. The movie actually has to be good, and then that. Yeah. All right. Any more thoughts on that before I answer G's up, hose down's question about Mando and Grogu? They need to hit the bong bong. Indeed. Take us to Nar Shaddaa. No, they'll never do that, bro. Filoni doesn't have the balls to do that. Like, if it was me, like, real talk, I'd be like, fuck that 10% of the fandom that would lose their mind. I don't care. Like, sorry, you're a minority of the fandom. I'm here to cater to the majority of the fandom. Now, does said majority contain some, like, the people that are legit ists and phobes? Yes, but they are also a very small minority. It's just them and the toxic positives are the loudest. Meanwhile, the rest of us in the middle are just calling it how we see it. Like, oh, that was dope. Or, you know, like, ooh, Tales of the Jedi was fucking awesome. Maul Shadow Lord was fucking awesome. But Acolyte was hot fucking garbage. Kenobi was pretty fucked. I actually saw something. Well, no. I saw something about Cal Kestis. I'm trying to remember it. I feel like I might have mentioned it on a stream, or maybe I meant to. Give me a minute. Let me think for just a bit. I don't think it was any more specific than we're going to be seeing more of Cal Kestis going forward. They were not specific if it's just in games or if they're going to actually bring him to live action, which they should. And they should get that homie to do it. Did y'all ever watch Gotham? He was the Joker in Gotham, Cal Kestis guy, and he was damn good too. Total side note, but Boba Fett show was all right. Oh yeah, no. Star Wars has done to Boba Fett what Marvel did to fuck, what's his name? I hate that movie so much I forgot the villain's name. Gore the God Butcher. Star Wars has done to Boba Fett what Marvel did to Gore the God Butcher in Love of Thunder. Yep. Yep. Gotham's pretty cool. You should check that shit. But yeah. Star Wars fucked over Boba Fett big time. The character. And Temuera Morrison himself. Really, if you think about it. Tis unfortunate. Tis very unfortunate what has happened to Boba Fett. in the content of Star Wars under Disney. Yeah. All right, chat. Yes, going back to G's up, hose down. He asked me what I thought of Mando and Grogu. How many of you guys, before I get into it, have seen Mando and Grogu? Throw a one in the chat if you went and saw it. Do something. Like, seriously, do something. I need the engagement. I need YouTube to love me and push me out. Get me under them recommendations. I need participation from all. You haven't seen it yet? Okay, well, I will avoid spoilers. I will just give thoughts. Fuck you, Streamlabs. Fuck you for halfway breaking my computer, and fuck you for shitty rolls. Waiting on your high seas copy? Ah, gotcha. Well, let me start off by saying good idea. Now, when I say good idea that you are waiting for that particular avenue, it was not a bad movie. Damn, bro. It was not a bad movie. Love and Thunder was a bad movie. Quantum Mania was a bad movie. This was not a bad movie. But it wasn't even really that good. It was... I wasn't mad at it. I wasn't sad. I wasn't depressed. I didn't walk out of the theater going, God damn it. But I did walk out of the theater thinking, I really should have waited for Disney Plus. Like that's money down the drain. I only got a matinee ticket in a small pot, but so it's a bad Star Wars movie. Not bad, but it's definitely not great. I'll put it this way. It had really good visuals, decent action in some spots. Other fights were just weird. Yeah, it's not horrible. Better than Last Jedi. It depends on what aspects you're talking about. Last Jedi, the visuals and the action absolutely kill this movie. Even George complimented the visuals in The Last Jedi. A lot of toxic positive fans were like, George complimented the movie. No, bitch. No, bitch. George complimented the visuals, and that was it. He had absolutely nothing to say about the story or the characters or any of the shit that actually, like, that matters more about a movie. Like, awesome visuals are nice, but they need to be supported. And George didn't say nothing about what was supposed to be supporting it. He just like, that's a good looking movie. Or whatever he actually said. But yeah, no praise for the story, no praise for the characters, no praise for any of that shit. Just the visuals. So yeah, TLJ, visuals way better. Story, more coherent. TLJ's story in and of itself is more coherent than the story of Mando and Grogu. Now, I fucking hate the contents of that story in TLJ. The contents of Mando were not offensive at all. I guess is the best way to put it. But yeah, so Mando and Grogu. Mando and Grogu is the kind of movie that should have come out after, like, they put out 3 bangers of, like, event movies. Like, Mando and Grogu should have been timed out like Guardians. Guardians came out late Phase 2 after a reasonably successful Phase 1. Phase 2 had a bit of a rocky start, but then along came the Winter Soldier, and everyone forgot about all the bullshit, at least for a while. And then after Winter Soldier came Guardians, and people were still fucking so high off the magnificence of the best movie in the entire MCU catalog, Captain America: The Winter Soldier, that they're willing to give Guardians a chance, even though they knew fuck all about those characters. Because this is Gunn doing his deep cut shit. But Gunn made a very entertaining movie, and since people were, again, still on a high off of The Winter Soldier, they dug it. It made money. It was popular. The characters stayed popular because Marvel just went from strength to strength starting in late Phase 2. And then culminating in Infinity War and Endgame. By which time we had gotten 2 of our 3 Guardians movies. So people were primed and ready to, even after Love and Thunder, and they were going to be more than willing to watch Guardians Volume 3, which was a good movie. But yeah, so Mando and Grogu, that's when that movie should have come out, is after a couple of slappies. Not for the first movie in 7 fucking years. Timing is a big problem with this movie. Honestly, I don't think this movie would have felt as inconsequential had we been rocking, on an endorphin rush of actual good Star Wars. But yeah, we got bad timing on this movie. Should not have been the first movie out in 7 years by any stretch of the imagination. Even if it was like as magnificent as it possibly could have been. Like if this movie was as awesome as the finale of season 2, but just like stretched out, that would have been very cool. But it still would not have been the right movie for the first movie out in 7 fucking years. Even if it was that fucking good, still not the right movie for the time. Timing was a big problem. And then the rest of the problem was this movie was essentially 3 episodes crammed together of mediocre Mando and Grogu. Delta Dan, what's cracking? Like, it was 3 mediocre episodes strung together. Yeah. And that's another problem, too. Not only was this the first movie in 7 years, which it never fucking should have been, this was the first look we've had at Mando and Grogu since a very lackluster Season 3, after the amazingness with which Season 2 ended. Season 3 was a big motherfucking letdown. And that's the only feeling we had to carry over to the movie from Mando and Grogu. Is a feeling of being fucking let down. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so on my regular back-end YouTube feed and in your guys' chat, the mods have shields. On StreamYard, there's still wrenches. I just realized that. Like, I've been looking at it all night, but my brain was too busy thinking about other shit to actually latch onto that little factoid till just now. Oh, how I love being ADD. Anyway. Why is that weirdly... I gotta figure out why this thing sounds like it. Like, my reverb's all the way off. So I don't know where this echoey shit's coming from, but it's getting on my nerves. Anywho. Yeah, so we got a mediocre movie, which is the first thing we saw since a mediocre season of the same characters, and it's the first Star Wars movie in 7 fucking years. That is a recipe for what is happening in the box office with this movie right now. Chat. You guys realize that this movie is not going to hit 400 million? This movie is probably not even... What did Solo make? 370 something? 380 something? $392. Okay, basically 393. 392.92. Okay, so Solo's the worst performing Star Wars movie currently at $393 million. Mando and Grogu is going to struggle bus to like 340. It might not even crack 330. It's going to make 55 to 60 million less than Solo. And because it's a mediocre movie coming off a mediocre season as your first movie in 7 years, when your franchise has been on the decline for like 6 years. Like, it would have been a better decision to just not put a fucking movie out. Like, real talk. Session and backers, both films made by YouTubers are beating Mando. Yes. Oh, and that's another thing. Oh, wait, no, never mind. That's a different movie I'm thinking of. Well, no, that is a thing, though. I'm not 100% sure the demographic breakdown of Mando and Grogu, but the age group that is pushing obsession and backrooms to such obscene levels is the same age group that has next to no interest in Star Wars. And that's like 35 and younger. Down to like little kids. Little kids like Star Wars. Some of them, nowhere near as many as used to. Because they have like jaded millennial parents and jaded Gen X grandparents who are like, what the fuck has been happening in the last 6 years? So, yeah. Yeah, so overall, it was a mediocre movie, and I wished I'd have waited for streaming. Yep. That's my thoughts on The Mandalorian and Grogu. Okay. That one. Excuse me. Okay. Of course, I didn't save that. All right. It's the same shit. Why did I bookmark that? Okay. Anyway. All right, chat. We have we have toys to look at. Hasbro Avengers Doomsday toys. Now, I'm not sure if this is leaked or if these are like out being advertised. But we have action figures, and there's a couple interesting aspects to a couple of them, which is why we're talking about them. Actually, it's why we will be talking about them after I go pee and get myself a beverage. So give me a moment here. Let me get shit set up proper like. Please stop it with that shit. Oh, I don't want me on there though. What happened to that? Oh, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. See, I used to have I don't know what happened to it, but there were more buttons underneath the screen, underneath my monitoring screen, where I could like take myself out of this shit and be like full size. I don't know. Is it because I'm in? Oh, I know, it's like the button's completely gone. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do either. Never mind. Anyway, you get to look at it. Well, concentrate on the big picture. I'll be back. All right, time's up, motherfucker. All right. Toys. There we go. Is there a bug? Oh, shit, there's a bug. I gotta kill a bug. Hold on. Okay. Sorry. That fucker had to go, though. Had to go. All right. So, we have a couple taller figures and a couple 4-inchers. So, we have a Doom. Magnify this bitch. Check this Doom out. Nope, still has the big eye holes. I'm not mad about that, though. I mean, could they be smaller? Sure. Would smaller ones really work that well in live action? Yeah. And then, of course, we got some Sam action here. Got his shield. Notice how Doom needs no accoutrement, at least in the big one. But then we have these little 4-inchers. We have a Thor, who looks like he's going to be wearing lightning armor. And not only that, he is going to have both Mjolnir And Stormbreaker. How cool is that? Now, will this be exactly... Is this going to be in the movie, basically, is the question? Is he going to have lightning armor in the movie? Is he going to have both of these in the movie? I say yes. Or at least that's what I'm going with, because it's more fun that way for me and, by extension, all of us. Now, I don't know a fuck ton of Thor lore, but, you know, he's the god of thunder. He uses lightning a lot. Kind of only makes sense that he'd have, like, lightning-style armor. Now, I feel like if I had to guess where he gets the power to do that from, I feel like that's going to happen after the prayer. The prayer for strength. Now, there's another rumor that says, as a result of that prayer, Odin's also going to empty out Valhalla for him. But I also think Thor's going to get a little juiced, potentially. I think he could get a little juiced, and I think that's how we're getting this. I mean, plus the power of these two simultaneously. Holy shit. Now, what else can we glean from this? Okay. He's still going to have the short hair and the beard. Looks like he's going to get a uniform upgrade, though. Costume upgrade. That doesn't look the same, but I like it. Like I said, Stormbreaker Mjolnir. Here's their helmet. I don't know. It's just pretty fucking cool, man. And then we have a 4-inch of Doom. Looking pretty identical to the larger one, but here's the kicker with this. Does that not go any farther that direction? Okay. Here's the kicker for this. This is like magic auras, sorcerer auras. Oh yeah, the Jason Aaron run. I've heard of it. Haven't read it, but yeah. I feel like, I don't think I watched a video specifically on that, but I feel like I've heard Rob talk about that in other videos of his that I've watched. For those of you who may not know, Rob is the dude who runs the Comics Explained YouTube channel. He's basically the Star Wars theory of comics. He's the biggest comic YouTuber on the planet. I just don't think he has as many subs as Theory, but he holds an equivalent place in the zeitgeist. He's the biggest comic YouTuber, just like Theory's the biggest Star Wars YouTuber. At Comics Explained. Just that simple. So yeah. So I know I'm pretty sure I've heard Rob talk about the run. So what we have here, folks, is some sorceress attachments for Doom. But here's the fun part. We have yellow lightning for Thor. And we have these sorceress emanations that are red. Now, why would Doctor Doom be used? Well, first of all, what magic in the MCU is red? Chat. Ooh, I like this one. Okay. Oops. Too much. Really? That's a hard cutoff right there. I need a new mixer. Anyway. Scarlet Witch has red magic. Reality warping. Well, you're half right. Scarlet Witch does it. It's chaos magic, though. Chaos has the ability to warp reality in sufficient amounts, but red's the chaos magic, which is the type of magic that the Scarlet Witch uses. Why is Doom using chaos magic? And where did he get the ability to use chaos magic from? Excuse me. got to be from Wanda, right? Now, the question is it our Wanda? Because a lot of people are convinced that she died in Multiverse of Madness. They're assuming that the red poof there at the end when Wundagore collapses is just dissipation of her power as she got squished. Like when you squish a bug and shit just goes. That's what people who insist that she's dead are saying. To them, I say, nah, dog. That was not the equivalent of bug guts. That was her saving herself at the last second. Or possibly the magic itself saving her at the last second. You start getting into chaos magic in the Darkhold, shit gets wacky. Now, why would Doom have chaos magic? He is already a sorcerer that is basically the equivalent of a sorcerer supreme. That's how powerful Doom is. He's basically sorcerer supreme level. So why would he need chaos magic? And more importantly, how did he get it from Wanda? Whether it be a 616 Wanda or a Wanda variant, how did he get the chaos magic from her? Well, it's been said for a long time that Doom is and will be in Doomsday a master manipulator. He gonna be lying to everybody. He gonna be playing them like a fiddle, having them dance on his strings like marionettes. He's basically going to be Palpatine, lying to everybody, manipulating everything behind the scenes to, the way he wants it. He's going straight Palpatine in this movie, but Doom style. Anyway, so based off of that, and another rumor, did it come from Perez? Yeah, I think it was something Alex Perez said in one of his Discord Q&As. He was talking about crowns being given away. I can't remember if it was specifically to Doom or not, but he was talking about crowns being given to other people. And as we know, technically part of her uniform, Wanda has a red crown. Now, I feel like the crowns he's talking about is symbolic. So maybe Wanda giving her crown to Victor is her granting him the ability to use chaos magic. Possibly even hers. Like a fucking power transfer. And since this is an Avengers Doomsday toy, now while they might not go into detail on how Doom got the chaos magic, although they really fucking should, it looks like we're going to see Doom whipping some chaos magic out and slanging that thing. And I'm here for it, like, honestly. Gotta take the dog for a walk. I'll be back, baby. All right, cool. So, what do you guys think? First of all, what do you think of them just as, action figures? Is that shit you'd want to buy? It's shit I'd want to buy. But yeah, and then second of all, how do you feel about the accoutrement for Thor and Doom and what it could mean for the movie? Did I not bookmark that other one? What the fuck? Do I really have to go scrolling for that shit? Like, god damn it. Yeah, drop some thoughts in the chat, man. Gonna gamble real quick. And now I gotta go. Go do this shit. Look for my fucking replies. go back in 2 days. Son of a bitch. I'm glad it's only Wednesday. I should only have to go back like 2 or 3 days to find what I want. Jeez, I'm only at 6 hours. I retweeted a lot of Stargate shit. I did put out a warning tweet that shit was going to happen too. Oh wait, no, that'll be in my post, not my live. Scrolling. Gotta do some scrolling to find what the fuck I want. Okay, quick aside. This is why I love Jensen Ackles. Jensen Ackles is the fucking man. Oh, shit, that's great. Here we are. I found what I wanted. Okay. So that's my bookmarks. Go back. Coolio. That actually didn't take quite as long as I thought it was going to there for a minute. Yay. He was the greatest soldier boy. Yes, he was. You really need to watch Supernatural, Brooke. Shit, I didn't even see if I won anything. I rolled a 50 and lost. Motherfucker. Alright, so those are not the only collectibles to come out. We have some brand new day collectible bag clip box thing that came out. So check this shit out, chat. These are all characters that are going to be in brand new day. We need to magnify. So we have, of course, Spider-Man with the web shooter. We have Spider-Man in winter gear. I guess something's going to happen in the winter in this movie. We have the Hulk. Not gray, green. And then what the fuck? We have Smart Hulk? Why? How do they still not know that we are so fucking over Smart Hulk? We don't want him anymore. We want this one. And that's it. We don't want this motherfucker. Fuck this guy. We want him. So a little disappointed to see that. Hopefully he's only in the movie for about, 10 seconds. Like in transition. Like maybe Banner, when he starts losing control, just goes this far for a minute. And then all the way. Hopefully something like that is the case. Then we got Scorpion, we got Boomerang, we got Tarantula, Tombstone, and a Red Ninja. Really the only one of note is why the fuck is Smart Hulk in here? Not even Winter Gear Spider-Man. Which is kind of, I don't know about that one. But Why? Why, Marvel? Why so? Why? No. But it looks like we're going to get it. So that's kind of a spoiler in and of itself. But these are all collectible bag clips. There's one you're not seeing here, though, chat. But an image of it did get out. An image of it did get out. Not gonna worry about that shit. Not gonna worry about that shit. Wait till I see that again to worry about that one. Hold on, I'm editing. Well, not an actual video, but stuff I thought I wouldn't count, but doesn't. Okay. So we had those clips. But it was missing one. But here's a good, we have a look at it now, chat. And it's watermarked. So it doesn't get DMCA'd. This is the clip that wasn't in that box. We have a Sadie Sink. No name. We have a Sadie Sink with some pink energies coming out of her head and her hands. Now, a long time, not super long ago, but, and this may have been done with AI based on a rumor, but there was a rumor that Jean's energy was going to be pink in the movie. There was also one that said it was going to be blue, but evidently it's going to be pink. Which is cool because for a comparison to this picture, I found this one. Look, pink energy. All kinds of pink energy coming out her head. Well, and off her body. She's probably about to do something badass. Yeah, look at all the pink energy. I forgot I could do this till just now. So there's the key clip. And there's Jean. I mean, at this point, do we need more fucking evidence that Sadie Sink is Jean Grey? Like, seriously. Like, seriously. Damn, where'd everyone go? Oh, well, it got boring, as per usual. Yeah, so that's another key clip. There's this one homie that's constantly posting in Josh's streams, like, long. I should go find that and fucking read that shit. Dude is hella good at theory crafting and deductive reasoning and speculation, but his premise is that Sadie Sink is playing Dazzler. I mean, he's got a lot of circumstantial evidence to, in an attempt to back it up, but unfortunately, we have like every leaker and insider saying it's Jean. Like all of them. People with legit sources, not a good theory crafter. Sadie might be Frank Sneeze. I remember when people were speculating about that, but no. They're like, oh, but she's in camo combat boots. She's got to be whatever the fuck that character's name is. No. She is one Jean Grey. All right. So that's all I have about the merch that are kind of leaks. Well, the Gene one is definitely a leak, but the 4-inch toys with the Thor with the lightning armor and both Mjolnir and Stormbreaker, and kind of more importantly, at least in my mind, Doom with Chaos Magic accoutrement. Like Thor having both weapons and lightning armor, damn fucking cool. Nah, I mean, makes total sense. Doom with Chaos Magic, obviously, it's fairly easily explained. He somehow got it from Wanda, either by force or guile, but he got it. And there's been rumors that he was going to be going around collecting strength from various people. I mean, if you're going to rebuild a whole fucking universe, being able to, having power that can warp reality probably will come in, I would imagine. That unclogged with a vengeance. Woo! All right. So, any further thoughts on the merch? Did Strange use Chaos Magic in Mom 2? When he was using the Darkhold, yes. Before and after, well, we don't really know about after. We didn't see him use it after. But all we know for sure is only while he was using the Darkhold. That was not something in his repertoire, and now there are no more Darkholds. Except in Strange's mind, because he has an eidetic memory, and Zombie Strange was in the cavern on Wundagore looking around. And as we know, carved into all the walls was the Darkhold itself. Like they were doing weird shit. Yes, it is. So, yeah. He used it, but as far as we know, that was only through access to the Darkhold. Which, being written by a demon, it makes sense that, Chaos Magic could be what you end up channeling. Yeah, Strange doesn't use Chaos Magic as a matter of course. That's just on his power. That's the red shit. Is it basically going to be a fetch quest in Doom's POV like how it was for Thanos in Infinity War? I mean, yeah, I'm sure it's going to be pretty similar. Yeah. In that respect. Now, obviously, the details of said quest will be different. But yeah, that's probably a good, very simplified summary. That's not a bad thing. That is simplified. Let's get into the bones of the matter, as it were. Okay. All right. So that was the merch pseudo leaks. Sony's got problems, chat. We have had not one but 2 leaks of the trailer that we're getting 1 week from today for Spider-Man Brand New Day. The trailer leaked a few days ago, and then it just re-leaked yesterday or today. Did any of you happen to see it? I saw it before it got sniped. I missed it the first time around. I got it this time around. I seen it. And let me tell you, chat, you guys remember that description of the trailer we went over on Saturday? That motherfucker was accurate. Giant Red X. Okay. Yeah, that fucking description we went over on Saturday was accurate. Very, very, very accurate. Now, of course, I didn't save the bookmark. I can try and find it if you want to go back over it, or you can just be like, cool, it was accurate, and go off what you remember of it. But I'll go try and find it if you want me to. Yeah, well, if you want an idea of what was in it, go back to Saturday's stream and watch the part where I go through the description, because that shit, I can't remember if it was like 100%, but it was definitely almost that, almost 100% accurate. It was, yeah. But yeah, so Sony has a security problem, guys. Both versions of the trailer have leaked. And on top of that, I don't know if you saw this anywhere. That's next Wednesday. 1 week from today is when that's happening, executive judge. 1 week from today, we get tickets to drop and we get the trailer. God, I can't wait to see the numbers on the pre-sales for this movie. Holy shit. Oh, what movie was that? But yeah, like the pre-sale, I would not be surprised if like every movie site gets crashed when people go and try to get their tickets next Wednesday. I'll bet you AMC crashes. I'll bet you I don't know if they will, but I definitely wouldn't be surprised if AMC crashes or Fandango crashes. Wonder when the Prime tickets will go on sale. I don't know. I'd be interested in them if there was actually a theater like within hours driving distance of me that was doing that. But there isn't, so I don't care. But yeah, so those have leaked. And now, I don't know if y'all saw this shit, but there's a couple people out there, because evidently, did you guys, I don't know if we ever talked about this, but like evidently there was a massive hack of Sony. And that information ended up in Russia on like WhatsApp. And now someone is literally threatening Sony. Evidently they have access to all that shit. Evidently they have access to an unfinished version of the movie. And they are fucking threatening Sony to sell that bitch on the black market and just put it everywhere. If Sony doesn't release the real trailer like soon. They are attempting to blackmail Sony. Sony has a security problem. Sony leaks more than an elderly butthole. Right now, they have a problem, but it's not just Sony. As you'll recall, all 4 of Marvel's little character pieces that they started dropping with Avatar, those all leaked before they actually hit the theater and were released publicly. So the question then becomes, chat, while we enjoy leaks and scoops, while we like knowing things, have we reached a point where it's too much now? As much as we enjoy talking about that shit and speculating on A, whether it's true, and B, what it could mean, which I know I thoroughly enjoy, and I'm assuming you guys do because, you're here. Have we reached a breaking point on that shit now? Like, studios are getting full on fucking hacked. And now people are attempting to blackmail them to get what they want because of what was got from the hack. And evidently, an unfinished version of this movie was part of what was hacked. It is fucking nuts. Are we at a DEF CON now, chat? Like, have we reached the point where this is like gone from okay, cool, I know things to holy fuck, there's so much out there now. What do you guys think? Is it now too much? Is leak culture out of fucking control? And should these motherfuckers rein themselves in? What do you guys think? As much as I enjoy this shit, I kind of wish they'd back off a bit. Like, I don't mind tidbits here and there. Like, confirmation of Sadie Sink being Jane. Don't mind that. Little bits of the plot here and there. I don't mind that. But, fucking full movies. Like, trailers repeatedly. This is getting crazy, y'all. They need to tone it down, like all of them do. Like, these motherfuckers with access to the Russian hacked files, excuse me. Fucking My Time dropping way too much shit. Rickman isn't too bad. He just likes to spin his a certain way, which is annoying in and of itself. And now there's another account called Yellow Minutes that's just dropping shit left and right, and half of it's bullshit. You can tell just by looking at it, but they're just out there dropping alleged scoops and alleged leaks about anything and everything they can get their fucking hands on. And again, as much as I love this shit, gives us lots of fun stuff to talk about. Like, there's generally a point at which, like, you can like a thing and like a thing and like a thing, and then all of a sudden there's so much of the thing, it's like, goddamn, back the fuck off. That's kind of, I think we've reached that point with leak culture, chat. Now, problem is these motherfuckers are making money on Twitter by posting all this shit, getting all the engagement off that they do, both positive and negative. Doesn't matter. The engagement counts. If you drop a tweet and it has like 1,000 replies and like 800 of them are, negative and basically fuck off, that don't matter. They still got 1K views. That's what's hilarious is trolls actually help the accounts they're trolling. I mean, I know it when I trolled My Time enough for her to block me. I knew I was helping her make money. I didn't care because shitting on her was fun. Yeah, just keep that in mind when if you're trolling people anywhere on social media, you're just helping the account holder, especially if they're monetized. So, yeah, chat. Sony definitely has a problem. Marvel kind of has a problem, although they're a lot better. Like, they had us going a few times. Like that whole Jean versus Wanda thing that was supposed to be in Deadpool. Now, I don't know if that was purposeful misinformation or if someone's source got way too giddy about what was just an idea on the table. We got hosed on that one. I think we got hosed on Superior, right? We got hosed on a couple 3 things for Multiverse of Madness. But that could be due to a couple different things. Deliberate misinformation or just the way Marvel works. Like, it could have been part of the script even at the time that person found out about it, but we all know how Marvel makes movies. The script they had last month will not be the script they have by the end of this month. That's just how these motherfuckers roll, man. It's how they've been doing it since Iron Man. So, like, back when Campia and Robert Meyer Burnett were going ham off the Doomsday script they were able to read. And this was like a couple months ago at this point, I think. You know that, like, a fairly decent percentage of what they read is probably gone. Yeah, I guess I can't wave my hand that close to at all. Keep going dark. Man, fuck you, camera. Yeah, whatever they read a couple months ago, I guarantee is nowhere near the same thing that it is today on June 10th. I need Jean versus Wanda injected into me now. I need to inject something into Jean and Wanda. Some writer came and finalized everything. You're talking about are we talking about Brand New Day, or are we still talking about Multiverse of Madness? Which movie are we talking about, Your Honor? Because it is true of Brand New Day, the homie who wrote was that Challengers? The one where the one where the tennis players fucking DP Zendaya. Make a sandwich out of her, whatever. The Vision already did that. With what? Motherfucker's a Ken doll. I mean, like, he's got fingers, so that would work, but, you know. A little bit of that action. Brand New Day, yeah, it was the homie from Challengers. The one that wrote Tom Holland's probably favorite movie scene with those two guys getting all up on Zendaya. Yep. Yeah, these motherfuckers need to back off a bit, like real talk. But I don't know Giggity at all, right? I don't want to mute them because I still want to know things. I just don't want to know as much as they're putting out, which is annoying as shit. Some questions are best left unanswered. This is true. This is true. Tom watching. Mine. Yeah. Tom's over there in fucking full Gollum mode. My precious. Yep. So anywho, yeah, so we got both trailers leaked. Evidently an unfinished version of the entire movie out there, which, by the way, is going to be 2.5 fucking hours, which I love. Longest Spider-Man movie ever. Fuck yeah, baby. Give me that shit. Give me that shit. And also, by the way, Chad, Brand New Day is doing pretty well in test screening. According to MCU Film News, they're reasonably reliable via the Ringerverse. I have no idea who the fuck they are, but... Oh, the Ringer podcast. Oh, okay, so that's Joanna Robinson. All right. Yeah, she's the one that wrote that big-ass book on Marvel. The Reign of Marvel Studios. I still need to get that fucking book. I wanted that book like a long time ago. I thought about literally making, like, just going through it and making all kinds of videos. I still may someday. Who knows? But, yeah, according to Ms. Robinson, the test screening for Spider-Man Brand New Day is reportedly testing off the charts. Fuck yeah. However, why does there always have to be a but or a however? Audiences appear divided on the ending. Okay. So we have test audiences watching the movie, loving the movie a lot until the end, when some of them still love it and some of them are like, I don't fucking know about this shit. I don't know about this shit. Now, what? When you take into account rumors, see, this is where they're handy. Or maybe not, depending on your perspective, honestly. What the fuck? Oh, get out of here. What? No, I don't want that fucking shit. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so why would people be divided on the ending of Spider-Man Brand New Day? Well, chat, think they may want to change the ending? I hope not, because that was a fucking mistake with Quantumania, and I'm really hoping they learned from that. Excuse me. But if you guys will recall, even way long ago when we first started getting like that insane pile of rumors for Brand New Day that we got for like the longest time, you remember that? I was like, God damn, how much more about this fucking movie is going to come out? Well, one of those rumors, then one of the ones that you could say has still persisted even to this day, is that, as Spicy Dan was kind enough to interject before I could fucking say it, it's probably because Mr. Park gonna die. And it's probably because Mr. Parker gonna die. And some people will be like, I get it. And some people will be like, I appreciate the tragedy. And other people will be like, fuck that. Why are you killing Spider-Man? Now, there are other possibilities, of course. I don't know what the fuck they are. I can't think of any. But I'm sure they exist. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who could think of other possibilities, other reasons that people would be divided on the ending. Hell, maybe MJ chooses fucking Ezra Bridger at the end. People might not like that shit. There's one. Maybe Tom chooses Jean. And people are like, what the fuck? He's supposed to be with MJ. Maybe that's it. You know, it could be a relationship thing. Maybe they turn Ned into Hobgoblin and people will be like, that motherfucker's too chunky to be Hobgoblin. What the hell is this shit? And other people will be like, no body shaming in this bitch. He can be Hobgoblin if he wants to. You just know that people will call his ass Blob Goblin if that happens. Yeah, I said it. Fucking Blob Goblin. If they do make Ned Hobgoblin ever, and he hasn't gotten into shape, remember where you heard that shit first. Here. You heard that shit first. Right here. If it ever ends up applying, it begins here. Blob Goblin. That's kind of funny, even if I do say so myself. It's Ned Leeds, the Blob Goblin. And don't get me wrong, I'm not body shaming Ned himself. Like, I don't give a fuck that the homie's tubby. Is it Jacob Batalon? Like, I'm tubby. I can't knock him for being tubby. But also, you don't make a tubby bitch hobgoblin. I do not want Blob Goblin. I also don't want Rockpocalypse. I also don't want Shalabal as the main surfer after the reset. I want an in-shape hobgoblin. I want not the Rock to play Apocalypse. Fuck, I forgot my third thing. Fuck. I hate it when it goddamn ADD. What was the other thing? Bear with me, chat. Don't want Blob Goblin. Oh, yeah, and I don't want Shalabal as the main server. Yeah. So, but yeah, there are a few things. Tubby can still pull more baddies than me, so what do we know? I mean, think about you go to the mall or some kind of public venue for like an event. There is never a time when I don't go out in public for any decent length of time where I don't see where some tubby motherfucker has pulled a bad bitch. Now, my cynical ass chases it down to like one of two things. Either he's a baller, or his junk sticks out way farther than his belly do. Now, how he'd get to the point where she would find that out without the money, I don't know. I guess I should say at least has money, and possibly also has a thing that's swang. But, you know, if you think about it, there are like hot chicks that just want like a self-propelled body pillow. Self-propelled body pillow. That's another good one. I'm on a roll tonight, chat, even if I say so myself. I don't care if you agree. And I'd like you to agree, but you know, fuck you if you don't. I'm dropping science tonight, bitches. So yeah, there's all kinds of reasons that we could brainstorm as to why the ending would have the test screeners divided. But let's face it, it's probably because Peter Gone died. Now, and this is something the general audience would not be aware of, just us, and not even all nerds would be aware of this. Just we nerds who keep track of this shit and are in this particular section of nerddom, where we heavily engage in bully culture that is now out of control, but we still engage with to a certain extent. Fuck, what was my point? God damn it. Now my ADD is really fucking kicking in. I'm getting tired. Yeah, Peter dying. That's what it was. So, it's probably fucking Peter dying. Now, we in the League culture bubble know that he is supposed to be a massive part of Secret Wars and not in Doomsday, or if so, about that much. right? So we in the know probably wouldn't trip balls seeing Peter die because we know he's going to be back somehow, but the general audience doesn't fucking know that. So how's Marvel going to handle that ending being divisive? Well, one way they could is to do what they did with Quantumania and just change the motherfucker at the last minute, which hopefully they learned from that is not what they should fucking do, because they changed it from Kang winning to Kang losing, and that was the dumbest thing they could have done. You don't have the baddest variant of your character, Kang the Conqueror, lose to the goddamn Ant family. You just don't do it. And they weren't going to do it, but then Kevin got fucking his panties in a twist because the ending leaked, and he's like, fuck these leakers, because we know for a fact he fucking hates leakers. Hates them. A lot. Like the fucking Sniper Kevin memes, I guarantee he like wishes he could actually get away with that shit on these motherfuckers. He hates leak culture. So he got all fucking pissed off and changed the ending so that the leakers would look stupid as fuck. And changed it way for the worst. So hopefully they don't do that shit. So if that's not an option, please God don't let that be an option. They are going to have to find a way to keep the general audience from being upset that they just watched fucking Spider-Man die. Now, how can they do that? Well, the most obvious way that comes to mind is post-credit. Showing somehow, some way that Peter does come back. Now, the hows and the hows, there's any number of ways they could do it that way. They could just, when Doom makes Battle World, Peter just happens to be one of the characters that gets revived. Because we know a bunch of motherfuckers going to die in Doomsday, they're going to be back in Secret Wars too. So, why not Peter dying a brand new day and poof, back in Secret Wars when Doom remakes the fucking universe? Right? And then they show him waking up on Battle World in like a post-credit scene or some shit. Oh yeah, he's alive. Or they could do something like the end of BVS where they showed Superman's coffin and then like those pebbles started to float up like they do around his hands when he's getting ready to launch. Like, ooh, he's dead, but maybe not all dead. He's only mostly dead. If you know, you know. So they could do something like that, where he's in his grave and yeah, I don't know how they do it that way. Or, and this would be my preference, they can, do that kind of slow zoom in over the cemetery, and then eventually zoom all the way down to his grave, and they're showing the gravestone, which I would make sure is vertical for this. And as they zoom in on the gravestone, you see a shadow movement on the gravestone. And when they zoom in, coming over the top of the gravestone from the backside is Symbiote, which then slides into the grass. And then they do some suspenseful music and just like maybe a slow slide on the camera. And then all of a sudden it kind of starts panning back and then boom, up out of the ground like a vampire. Peter in the black suit. That's the shit I wanted to do. I want black suit Peter in Secret Wars like we got in the 80s. Give me that shit all day. That's how I hope they do it. Hell, they don't even have to do him busting out of his grave, although that would help for the normies. If all they showed was the symbiote coming around and seeping into the grave, Shit. We'd go nuts just for that because we'd know what's coming. Now, the best way they could pull that off is to somehow show the symbiote once before so the general audience has an idea. Because not the general audience probably doesn't even know about Venom or the nature of. They might have heard of Venom, but they don't know they wouldn't know the nature of Venom. Right? They wouldn't know that the fucking creepy crawly thing is actually what makes a person Venom. So they might have to do the whole popping out the grave like a fucking vampire thing. Maybe. Unless they set it up earlier in the movie. But either way, there are ways. There are ways to appease those who might freak the fuck out with about Peter Parker dying. But again, setting that somewhat divisive ending aside, people are going gaga goo goo over this fucking movie. The test audiences are. That's good. How many times have we heard about a movie, either Marvel or DC, that had to be tested over and over and over again before they figured out the best options for the movie to have its good odds of actually working? Yeah, the first Venom made bank, and then the next two made less each time, if I recall correctly. Maybe The Last Dance made more than the Carnage one. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, first Venom movie did well. Like, I like all the Venom movies, but even I will admit, kind of towards the end, it was almost getting like to the point of caricature, which was kind of a bummer. But yeah, so good news though, again, because how many times have we heard about shit test screenings or divisive test screenings or a movie going through a fuck ton of test screenings? Marvel works on these movies down to the Hollywood premiere date. Facts. That they do. That is very, very true. Very surprising this movie is still considered an event considering how low scale it is compared to No Way Home. Well, Spider-Man movies are an event. And plus, like, you're going to have Hulk and a shit ton of villains and Jean Grey in it. So yeah, it's an event. I mean, people don't know about Jean Grey, but they've made the Hulk pretty public at this point. God damn it, Streamline. Like, the Hulk's public at this point. People know Hulk's going to be in it. That's a big draw. Spider-Man's the most popular fucking comic book character on the planet. Yeah, no, definitely an event movie. Also, the last movie in any kind of relation to Marvel before Doomsday. That also makes it an event. I'm not counting the re-release of Endgame, although I probably should. Okay, it's the last movie that hadn't already been made before Doomsday. But yeah, I'm definitely going to go see the re-release of Endgame. I want to see the new footage, or the additional footage. And you just know whatever post-credit they do is going to be directly tied to Doomsday. Homecoming and Far From Home were early events, though. True. It's true. No Way Home was because of the other Spider-Mans. And this one's going to be because of Hulk Punisher and its proximity to Doomsday. Doomsday. Circumstances are what make the event. This one has enough circumstances. Oh shit. Believe it or don't, chat, I didn't realize this, but that was my last subject. That was it, chat. Holy shit. This was kind of a quicker stream. I'm actually not mad about that, though. I'm tired today, man. I am tired today, so a not 3-hour stream every once in a while ain't gonna kill us. Still stream longer than Josh does. Nah, I love Josh, but you know, you gotta fuck with and insult the people you love. Time do be flying, unfortunately. And it flies faster the older you get, trust me. Trust me on that one. Right, chat. Well, as per usual, when I am done with my planned subjects, it is now your time. You can share thoughts about shit we already talked about. If you want, you can share thoughts about shit we have not talked about. This is your time, chat. Bring up what you want to bring up. Okay. I'm telling you guys, fat beats fucking get me, bro. Crazy month for entertainment, nerdy stuff, 100%. New Bleach, yes. Oh, House of the Dragon, yeah. House of the Dragon later this month. I believe House of the Dragon drops the Sunday of the week Supergirl drops. Supergirl drops the 26th, and I believe House of the Dragon drops whatever that Sunday is, 21st? 21st or 22nd. Oh, I'm gonna go see Supergirl. I don't have a lot of confidence that a lot of people will. Like, I think that movie's going to struggle at the box office as well. I'm going to go see it. Millie Alcock's hot. Momoa Lobo, let's go. And Crypto being sick for a fair chunk of the movie, even better. They cooked with the gaming news this week. That is true. Am I playing the Wolverine game? Not without a massive upgrade to some kind of something. And also, I'm not good at those games, but I would get that game and play it because I love Wolverine and because I get to slice a lot of motherfuckers up. That'd be a good way to blow off steam. Fuck, what a shitty day. Wolverine game. Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of big gaming news this week. I had a bunch of shit. I retweeted a bunch of shit, but I didn't bookmark much. Yeah, there's some dopeness happening. Xbox just in general is having a bit of a revolution over there. Y'all see the pictures of that 25th anniversary Xbox, that clear console? Like, aesthetic wise, that's toit. That clear console is toit. I'm terrible? Yes, I am. Never pretended to be otherwise. Man, I could go full gooner about Millie right now if I wanted to. I got something to show you that somebody sent me. I could, but I will refrain. Yeah. Yeah, I have low confidence in its box office performance, and I have medium confidence in its quality. But I'm definitely going to go see it. I'm interested in it. Like, nothing I've seen has made me not want to see it. I was definitely not impressed with the first trailer. This last trailer was pretty decent. Yeah. So, like the one I saw in the theater this past Sunday when I went to see Mando Grogu. It was a pretty decent trailer. It's the one they should have fucking led with. Like, Gunn cannot do first impression. Sony can't keep shit secret, and Gunn cannot do a good first impression. It's just kind of how it seems to fucking go lately, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna go. I am not gonna see Masters of the Universe in the theater. Oh fuck, Disclosure Day. I only have so much money for the theaters. I'm probably not gonna see Disclosure Day in the theater. Probably not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Yeah, definitely gonna go see Supergirl though. You're really hyped for Man of Tomorrow? I wouldn't say I'm hyped. It's too early for me to be hyped for that. And also there's nothing that's come out about it that's been super impressive either. I mean, the most exciting thing about that movie for me right now is just the chance that Adria Arjona might be Wonder Woman. Now they keep saying she's Maxima, but that would be like such a ridiculously stupid decision on Gunn's part if he actually hired her for Maxima. Like, what the fuck? She has to be Wonder Woman. Yeah, I enjoyed Superman. I just didn't think it was amazing. But I enjoyed it. I didn't regret going to theater to watch it. I thought it was cool. Is Disclosure Day a Warner movie? That I don't know. Let's see. Yes, I know Amblin, but with whom? Universal is the distributor that Amblin is working with. So Universal is the distributor, but Amblin actually did the producing. Yep, that's how that went. See D-Day Friday? Oh, nice. I love period pieces. I love historical shit. I don't know that I'm going to see that in the theater, but I am 100% going to watch that movie. Also, I like Brendan Fraser. I think he's pretty cool. Been a fan of his since School Ties. Y'all know about School Ties? And Encino Man. Do y'all know about School Ties? It's better. Thank you, Streamlabs. Ooh, this one's fat. Oh, yeah. Brendan and the Mummy films is magnificent. Well, the two I've seen. I did not watch 3. I will not watch 3. Oh, you were calling Disclosure Day D-Day? There's an actual D-Day movie. I can't remember if it's actually called D-Day, but yeah, it's fucking. I want to see that one too. I want to see Disclosure Day. Pressure. Thank you. It's about D-Day. God damn it. Yeah, I want to see that. I'm not going to go see it in the theater, but that one's definitely on the list for when it comes out. Definitely. I don't only just watch nerdy shit. I mean, I guess technically, if you like historical movies and shit, you're kind of history nerd. You can make a nerd out of pretty much any group. They're just the ones that are deeper into the whatever the group is about than others. That pretty much all it needs to be a nerd. We're just like comic book and comic book movie nerds. Or sci-fi also. We're more of your traditional nerd, I guess, is the best way to put it. Yeah. All right, chat. It's going to be time to go soon, but I'll hang for a couple, 3, 4, 5 more minutes. Oh, yeah, Odyssey. That I'm going to the theater for. That comes out in July. I'm not sure when in July. 17th? Well, let's see. 4th of July is Saturday. Maybe July. Yeah, I think it's July 17th. So not the weekend after the 4th, but 2 weeks after. I believe it's July 17th. Rob! Oh, yeah, that's right. Be jealous of Rob, chat. That motherfucker's in Hawaii right now. Be very jealous. But, brother, I hope you have a magnificent time. I know it's been up. You fucking earned it, dog. You have earned this. Enjoy, brother. Do I have my tickets already for Supergirl? No, I don't have my tickets. I don't do pre-sales. I am part of what you call walk-up business, which means I order my ticket the day before the show that I'm going to go to. I guess, yeah, you should, I guess you'd call that walk-up rather than pre-sales because the movie's out when I buy a ticket. Yeah. I'm in the walk-up sales category. You have the Cinemark app. Oh, that's cool. Oh, damn. Well, that sounds like that could have been rough. You need a montage. You need a montage. Yeah, he married and got kids. He's a family man. Well, at least see it in Dolby or standard. Depends on how much money I have at the time. No, I don't watch IMAX. I did, and I only watched it in this format because of what the Showtime was the one that worked for me. But I did watch Predator: Badlands and ScreenX, and that actually was kind of cool. Like I would watch another movie in ScreenX. But Mando and Grogu, I watched in a fucking standard theater. I was like, I ain't paying extra for this shit, or I'll watch it another day. I know, standard screen for that bitch. Now, Doomsday, possibly Spider-Man. I might make that. I might go a little extra for the IMAX for those two. Definitely for Doomsday. 100% for Doomsday. I don't care if I got a fucking DoorDash to pay for that ticket. I'm watching Doomsday in IMAX. God damn it. That will probably be the first time I go pre-sales. Doomsday. Because I have never done pre-sales. Never. Mostly because if theaters go nuts on something, they will shuffle older movies out quicker than they were gonna and add more screens for the big one. They do that shit all the time. Brand New Day isn't an IMAX here? Are you sure? Is that because Odyssey's still going to have it? Odyssey's out for 2 weeks before Brand New Day. Oh, yep. It's because of the fucking Odyssey. Nolan got IMAX for a fucking month. Damn. Huh. Oh, fuck. Nolan did that to Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning with Oppenheimer. Nolan be fucking people out of IMAX. Doomsday isn't on IMAX either. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot it. Well, I guess I'll be going either Screen X or Dolby for that shit then. Well, I'll be going IMAX for Secret Wars. Secret Wars has the IMAX. That's already been established. Marvel wasn't fucking around. They're like, IMAX. They got Secret Wars on IMAX. So that won't be an issue. Poor Warner Brothers. Dune is going to get smacked around by Doomsday, and then 1 year later, The Hunt for Gollum is going to get smacked around by Secret Wars. Yes, The Hunt for Gollum comes out the same weekend as Secret Wars. See, I don't have a Regal anywhere near me. I have one AMC that's like a half hour away, and it still has the shitty fold-down seats. So that AMC is yes. Other than that, I have to go with like a local chain. I have a mom and pop theater I go to, and then I have an MJR that I go to. Yeah. All right, so Secret Wars, I'm going IMAX then, goddammit. And pre-sales. I'm probably not going to go pre-sales for Doomsday now because I won't have to. Yeah, the MJR has the nice recliner chairs. Shit, even the mom and pop one has them now. They upgraded a couple years ago. 3 or 4 years ago now at this point. This Dune does have the IMAX crown jewel, and they're still going to get their ass beat by Doomsday. And then 1 year later, The Hunt for Gollum is going to get smoked by Secret Wars. Because that's coming out the same weekend as Secret Wars. Warner Brothers about to get bitch slapped by Marvel 2 years in a row. Yeah. Oh yeah, IMAX is the gold standard. Everyone wants their movie on IMAX, whether it needs to be or not. Fucking romance movies want to be on IMAX. Not that a lot of people would buy IMAX tickets for fucking Wuthering Heights, but you know, the studio would have wanted Wuthering Heights on IMAX if it was possible. Trying to look on the bright side. That's cool. All right, chat. It's that time. I know. I didn't make 3 hours. Holy shit. That's so crazy. Well, every once in a while it's going to happen. Every once in a while it's going to happen. What are you talking about, Jamie? Shit. Okay. All right, y'all. I love you. Thank you so much for being here on this Wednesday night. Y'all could be doing other shit. You could be watching a movie. You could be playing a game. Well, if you're playing a game, you can still have me on in the background, so I guess that doesn't really count. But you could be doing a lot of shit. You could be, I don't know. But you're here. So thank you. That's fucking amazing. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate you more than I'll ever be able to fully describe. So you guys are you guys are the bomb. So have a good rest of your week. And we'll be back here Saturday night at 10. talk about whatever happens between now and then. Yeah. So, if you have not yet hit the like, whether you're here live or made it all the way through the replay, please do so. And also, if you're new and you have not quite yet made the commitment, hit that sub button. Hit it. And also the bell. And join the Discord. Because this community is dope. Oh, there it is. There's the link. This community is dope. And the Discord notifications are more reliable than YouTube's. So, y'all have a good night. I love you. I'll see you Saturday. Bye. Bye-bye. How about that, chat? We did it. We made it through another stream on my somewhat suspect computer. Seriously, though, I hope you guys had a good time. Hope you enjoyed the discussion. Hope you enjoyed the camaraderie. I just hope you enjoyed your entire experience. You guys are the dopest. Never fucking forget it. So thank you again for sharing your evening with me here in the basement and listening to me yap. I am ever grateful for that. So I wish you all well this evening and for the rest of the week. And please, oh please, come back Saturday night at 10, where we will talk about the important events that occur between now and then. So I need you to remember something as you finish off your week. And that is this. Wherever you're at and whoever you're with, always keep it nerdy. Much love, y'all. See ya.